And we went live on the books at the same time as you. So
Let's go.
this is gonna be a good show. I can feel it.
Let's go. How's everyone doing today?
Good. You're talking to them, right?
Yeah, well, they're not here yet, so.
Fantastic.
Welcome, guys. It's Friday.
What is happening?
It's a good day for a good day. It's all overcast and
That's like Halloween.
humid. It's lovely. I'm sweating, just straight out of the shower. It's great weather. How are y'all doing today? What up, Fancy? Steve, what's up? What's up, man?
Who's Steve?
Weber.
They're on the gram.
Oh.
It took me a second to remember
Oh.
whose page.
Cool. I didn't know that. What up, Steve?
Yeah.
You coming for margaritas tonight? I
Gross.
saw you like that comment.
Oh, I'm gonna come. I'm coming right over there, Dr.
Yeah.
T.
Meh. Fantastic.
I'll sweat in your office.
All right, guys. So, hey, let's I'm one of your hosts. I'm Kadimah.
I am Casey. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes, thanks for joining us. You want to get right into this? This is kind of one of those give yourself a little pep talk, get your act together, and get on with the day.
Yeah,
type messages, right?
For sure. I need a pep talk probably every
Monday.
The hell you are.
every day. Every Monday.
We
For
closed
sure.
Today. We closed today.
Really? Are you?
I don't know.
Oh no. Tragedy. Why? Are you really closed today?
Usually not on Patient Appreciation Week, but he could be. I doubt.
I don't think
it.
he would joke
won't
about
be.
that, right?
He won't be. He would joke about it.
Well, he'll let us know here.
I hope he doesn't answer.
I'm showing up to your house. I put a tracker on your bike. Yes. Do you know what I did yesterday? Yeah, what we do every day. Stop complaining.
All right. Let's get into it.
Okay. So we're going to talk about 6 things you can do when you fall off track. We say fall off track. You know, get derailed, have a bad moment, your mental game starts kind of going down. Maybe something doesn't go your way, like your chiropractor is closed whenever you plan to go there the only day of the week, something like that. You know, not going to name any names. Yes, I am. No, just kidding. But we want to talk about just some simple things that you can do to kind of bring yourself back. Try to take over the world. That's literally what I was thinking, Stetson. Pinky in the brain. The same thing we do every day. Emily has no idea what we're talking about. That's okay. So, the first point that we want to make, or do you want to say anything else about that?
Yeah, I think that this is just this is a message that you need multiple times a year, sometimes multiple times a week, sometimes multiple times a day.
Yes.
And if there's anything that I can think of, this is a great message for me to hear, but because I was starting to apply this in a way just with your self-talk. So I'm excited to get into this more. I don't want to jump ahead, but I do want to say that this is a message that we constantly need to hear, especially if we're not or we don't use or develop a routine that allows us to go through the hard spots, even when things are not very good. They'll help us to stay on track. Routines help you stay on track. So, all right.
Yeah, so the first one, we talk about this all the time, but it is just such a clutch thing to be able to come back to. Step 1, remember your why.
Ooh. Go.
Remember,
I want to say something on this.
remember why you're doing what you're doing. If you have that goal, or you know, if you're have that reason as to what the light at the end of the tunnel is going to get you, then it makes it a little bit easier to do those things that take you from point A to point B. Go ahead. I know you're very excited over
So there's remembering your why, and some of you don't know how to find a why. Some of the whys may be like, well, I just want to be better, than yesterday, etc. And reading this book called Millionaire Success Habits, it's by Dean Graziosi. And one of the things that he talks about in the book is this 7 levels deep of questioning. I encourage every single person to do this. And this will really, truly help you find the nitty gritty why that you're looking for. So let's say the question is, I want to lose weight. Well, why do you want to lose weight? Well, because then I'd be able to fit in my clothes better, right? Well, cool. Why do you want to fit in your clothes better? And you ask that question to yourself again. And you ask that question to yourself again. And you get a layer deeper every single time. It does help if you have somebody that you trust to be around them while you're answering this question, because then you can say it audibly. I think if you're asking yourself the question and then saying it audibly, that may sound a little crazy, but I think this will help you to really truly get down to the deepest part of your why. I'm reading a book called Billionaire Success Habits, so yeah. Great book though, easy read. I encourage you both, if you want to do the audible version of it. He narrates the audible. Actually, no, he doesn't. Sorry, he narrates another one of his books, but it's a great book to kind of go through, and specifically in this, because it helps you when you are in that place where Casey described, remembering your why. But your why's got to be real. It can't be surface level why. It's got to be deep. And I think that will help you to get to that place.
I think that's also part of the problem here, is that sometimes we don't like to dig up that old crap. A lot of the times your why is going to be from something that hurt you in the past, or something that hurt your feelings, or was a season of hardship, or maybe it's something you haven't even dealt with. So actually figuring out that why, if you're serious about it, can get you asking a lot of questions that you might have to be brutally honest with yourself and say, when I was a little kid, my aunt called me fat, and that stuck with me my whole life. Or my teacher said I was stupid, and that just put me, like, deep rooted, that was the issue, Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Is that what that said?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Nobody.
Yeah. So yeah, remembering that why, figuring out that why, seeking somebody to help you figure out that why. If you are really struggling with some stuff, if you have never let anything come to the surface, maybe some counseling might be good. That might help you out, figure out why.
Everyone needs counseling.
Yeah, I love counseling. Super awesome. That's just my jam, though. It's my jam. Number 2. Ready to move on to number 2?
Oh, yeah, go.
Okay. Number 2. Pick one. If you're stuck, or if you have made a bad choice, or you just are ready to make a change, right? Pick one small thing that you can accomplish. It sounds really like, okay, yeah, whatever. But those little victories over time continue to be victories, and also deserve to be acknowledged and like, hey, good job. You're doing great. Killing it. So something as simple as, making your bed, which I can't really speak on because I actually don't make my bed. I am very clean and organized, but I refuse to make my bed. So, but I think there's a book about, like, is it 7 habits, or what is it that they're like, you have to make your bed. Like, first thing when you wake up, it's like, so you accomplish one thing. I'm like, I brush my teeth and wash my face, got my makeup on, did my quiet time. Those are all wins, Do you know what book I'm talking about?
There's plenty of books or references. There's speeches, done by like Navy SEALs to talk about the first thing you need to do is make your bed. So there's different stuff. I don't know if it's in 7 Habits of Highly Successful People or not, but when you said 7 Habits, that's what I thought of, Stephen Covey's old school book.
Yeah.
On that, but I'm not particularly sure of the book.
Yeah.
per se, but I am a bed maker.
Me too.
As soon as I get up, I make up my bed first,
Sheesh.
and then I go on to the rest. And it feels weird. 7 habits. Yep. So it was right. Okay. But it's yeah, that's the first thing that I do.
But little victories like that, you know, they make you feel good. You're already starting the day off strong. I like to fall off the wagon and then eat the wagon. Can I get on your wagon?
What kind of flavored wagon is it? That's what I want to know.
Chocolate.
I would like to be on your wagon, please.
Chocolate
Hope it's
covered
maple.
wagon.
And then I make my bed. Yes.
I wake
Oh.
up with PPX.
I'm a red-blooded American winning machine. I wake up in PP excellence, and then I make my bed.
Very funny. So we also want to evaluate our routines. Some people are very, very regimented on their routine. The thing that happens is that life changes, circumstances change, your schedule changes, or your kid's schedule changes, or whatever. Your things change. So you have to reevaluate and maybe move some stuff around. Maybe rededicate time somewhere else, or entirely redo your schedule. You know, with our excuse me, with our business growing, as we've hired more staff, our schedules have changed drastically several times. And even from the summer months to during the year, those are two different schedules for everyone in here pretty much. So being adaptable to schedule changes is something that I think is also really beneficial.
Olivia, I do want to point out that you did mention something about a child care wagon. I know Jacob and Chelsea seem to have a child care provider that they love or place, so maybe we could just recommend that space for you so that you can develop a routine. Just wanted to comment on that. I don't know exactly where the place that they go is, but I know I can get that information for you. So I'll send that to you. Yes, evaluating your routine. Now, this means you are going to have to this isn't after you make your bed, you evaluate your routine. This is on a separate day, okay? Or a separate time where you're literally taking time to evaluate and think about what you're trying to accomplish on the day, or things that you do that can give you momentum. Me getting up immediately, and I literally turn around and put my covers under my pillows, stack my pillows properly, put that back, phone is unplugged out of the wall, or out of the charger, take everything else that I need off of there, turn that light off, turn the flashlight on the phone to the other light that's across the room, and then I'm getting dressed, right? That's like every single time. And I put my stuff out the night before. This is part of my routine, is to make sure that I'm not wasting any time. I can literally just go boom, 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 get out the door. So you need to take time to actually evaluate. And when we're saying that, that's not like right at that point, right? That is later on in the day or something.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that we started doing, I don't know, a year or 2 years ago was time blocking in our schedules. And that really helped out. It's basically uninterrupted work time where you're working on a specific project, and I'm giving it a very broad description here, but basically you have a block of time where you're working without the interruption of your phone or computer. You're just focused on whatever task you're doing, and I've fallen a little bit off the wagon on that. So for me personally, I'm going to reevaluate and start being a little more diligent about how I'm spending that time, because I think I can be a little bit better there. So it's just really about like revamping, maybe you don't have a set schedule. That's hard. Like my brother, I don't know why he's coming to my mind, but he's a firefighter. So his shifts are 24 on, 48 off. And that's a weird kind of schedule. Your days are always staggered on. It's not a set like you have Monday, Wednesday, Friday on and Tuesday, Thursday off, or vice versa. So You know, for people in those situations that have, like, maybe they work nights and they sleep during the day, or what is a good system, do you think, for people that don't have the 8 to 5 or 8 to whatever, 9 to 5?
You list I would start with listing a list of have-tos that have to get done. And then I would just base it upon you make your schedule a routine, quote unquote. So if you know 24 hours on, you're going to be on, and there's certain things and requirements that are going to be from work. You make that, it's regimented, right? Because you're going to be at work. And it's also difficult because I say that, it's that you have tos, and as long as you have to just be flexible with the have tos, meaning, all right, we got 24 hours. We could go on 12 calls.
Right.
Right. So have the minimum that you need to accomplish in those 24 hours. Just, it doesn't matter what time it is. It's just they get done. And then on your 48 hours, in Seth's case, it's going to be probably taking care of baby boy, some house-oriented duties, and those kind of things. But then figuring out, like, within that 48 hours,
what has to be done.
Yeah, what has to be done first, and also how to
triage.
recharge your own batteries too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like actually sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah. Next one. Number 4. Change your psychology. Woo! That's a big one. That's super easy to do, guys. There are some simple things that you can do. Some minor adjustments that I think are great starting steps are to not judge yourself. So if you have not done something that you're, I don't want to use the word proud, but that maybe you ate something that wasn't on your meal plan for that day, and you're feeling guilty about it, and you just sit there and you beat yourself up. You beat yourself up over and over again, then that's probably not a safe place to stay in. So we want to just be able to just have some grace for yourself, forgive yourself, and be able to move on. Negative thinking and speaking is another example. That is, thoughts are things. So even just sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I should have, I should have done this. Having this beat yourself up mentality really transfers out into the universe, into the world, into what you believe about yourself, what you think about yourself. So those things are super important.
I would not disagree with anything you just said. I would say that changing your psychology is going to take a lot of steps, though.
A lot.
Because it's a lot of repetition, and so I would put this in one of the hardest steps, I guess, just because of it's difficult. It is not easy. You say it once, you kind of feel hokey saying it, like you're just not maybe confident about what you said, and so it's going to take a lot of stuff, a lot of time.
Tyler, go ahead and lay back. Put your feet up. This is actually a free therapy session, so you're welcome. Or feel free to just pay us. That's fine. That's fine too. Yeah, the psychology is definitely some deep stuff. It does take time, and it's kind of like you never really reach the finish line. It's like it just keeps going. It's like saying you're going to learn everything. It's not possible.
I also think that changing your psychology is also going to be filtering in what you take in and what you take out. I mean, what you put in your mindset and who you hang around with and the shows that you watch, and all those things are going to help deal with and help you change your mindset and change your psychology. Because the more you hang around with people that are positive, you become that. Right? There's no doubt that it is a fact that the 5 people that you most hang around with is who you become. Plain and simple. So if you don't like who you are, find some new friends, right? Get around them. Get around people that are going to challenge you.
Yeah.
All right. diet and exercise. For sure. You want to change the way that you feel. We know that exercise and dietary habits are going to have a direct correlation on your hormonal balance, the way that you feel, the energy that you have going through the day, everything. So I feel like this is a no-brainer, but unfortunately, we're in a bubble. We're in the matrix is what we call it. And many times the psychological, and I'm not saying that people don't have chemical related imbalances or things as it pertains to depression related medicine, etc. But the research is continuing to show that less of them are becoming effective, that they're leaning towards dietary habits and exercise as some of the leading things that people should be doing on a regular basis to help with symptoms of depression, anxiety, and all these other causes that are that are happening. So I always would just say and recommend, from some of our hardest times, the things that got us through those hard times was a tough workout.
Mm-hmm. I love working out for that very reason. It's a great release of emotions, and I'm just a better person. I'm more mentally sharp, clear, steady. I feel better. I feel better when I work out. And I did not used to be the person that was like, oh, I work out and I get all this energy. I would work out and be like, I need a nap. Like, I'm tired. So if that is you, it gets better. I'm on the other side of that one. It gets better. Hang in there with that.
Yes, absolutely a broken record, diet and exercise for sure. But you know what? You got to diet and exercise for the rest of your life.
Real original, so guys.
Suck it up.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's true. All right. Last but not least?
Yeah.
Last but not least, it is hard to have control over yourself fully, your mentality, your body, all of these things. So if you are struggling with any of those areas, we just wanted to encourage you guys, don't be ashamed to ask for help, in whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Maybe that's therapy. Maybe that is putting your feet up on the couch. Maybe that's a coach for your nutrition, or a gym to work out at. I think we know some people. Let me check in with them. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength.
It's a sign of self-awareness.
There are people that have gone before you that have done whatever it is that you're facing. And I think it's really cool because everybody's been through things, right? And, it's your choice how you use that season of growth, how you use that experience to impact others. Everybody does it, right? You have people in your lives that you're able to share your experiences with and try to help them through something. Well, it's no different. If you're struggling with, if you're struggling to get on a routine or get organized, there is literally a service for everything. I made an extra syllable in there. Sounds like a self-assessment I took recently.
I like the one before. I need a get fit quick scheme. I'm switching to a different video. Bye.
I didn't see that.
I think what's interesting about this is that when you ask for help, ask for somebody that you have confidence in that can provide you. Don't ask the person that is don't ask the wrong people.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it in any other way.
Okay, because here's what happens is we need to get this out, right? People want to go, they want to complain. They're like, oh my gosh, here's my problem. And then they go and tell their friend or the person that, they can go do that to, or their spouse maybe, I don't know. And that person is not an expert in whatever area. Like maybe they're a Debbie Downer. Maybe they're not confident. Maybe they haven't had success in that area. So like going to them and asking them, well, like, what should I do? Like that may not be the best person to ask.
Yeah. And I also think that you need to be honest about what you're asking too, and providing enough information for somebody to make a correct assessment upon that. So you say, I'm struggling with this. Okay. Well, the person is either that you're asking for that advice from, is either going to give you advice based upon that singular sentence, right? Or they're going to ask more questions to dig deeper, right? That's the two scenarios. They're going to either answer based upon what you just said or ask questions to get deeper. Or you need to provide more information, like about what the problem is that you're truly trying to uncover. Like you're asking for help is also being transparent about the true problem. And you may not know it. Mm-hmm. You may not know it completely. So get with someone that's going to ask you some questions and is going to challenge you.
That's why I love counseling, though, because it is a non-biased opinion. And you can go into a therapist, totally dump all your stuff on them, just tell them whatever. And they're either going to listen. Well, they're going to listen. But they'll typically ask, like, they'll make you kind of answer the question sometimes.
That's right.
They'll make you think through it, but they'll just prompt you with like, well, what about this? And you're like, oh, they start taking you down this little yellow brick road. And you're like, oh, like, I totally got this. But you're able to apply those steps in other areas. So it's really, go counseling. Yes.
I'm just asking for some loaded mac and cheese. And I'm struggling with the fact that I don't have any loaded mac and cheese in my face right now. This licensed counselor approves all of this 100%. So good. Thank you all.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
What a tough job.
I love counseling. Oh, gosh, I love it.
What a tough job.
No.
I mean, honestly,
I think it would be a great
even if you don't
job.
think anything's going on, you should go.
Yeah, there probably is.
All right, I feel personally attacked.
You should.
Right now.
You should. And everybody should feel personally attacked in a little bit of a way. And the reason why I say this is because every single one of us have child-related wounds. And I know this is going deeper than probably what we anticipated, but every single one of us has child-related wounds.
No, I'm fine. I remember everything about my childhood.
And because we have we have wounds from our childhood, they often affect how we communicate, answer, respond, defend ourselves, all the above. So, Mr. Johnny Walker.
Man, the Facebook comments, Insta, the Facebook comments are actually really funny on here. So if you decide that you're needing to deviate from your routine a little more chuckles today, go back and read the comments. These guys are on it. They're on it. So
yeah, so many things, so deep, but we do encourage you. Let's just go back over these real quick, name them off. Sure.
Number 1 is remembering your why. 2, picking some small things that you can accomplish just to give you that little victory or that win underneath your belt. 3, evaluating your routine, making adjustments or making a routine. 4, changing your psychology. That had a lot of little bullet points under it. Not judging, speaking negatively, seeking advice or counseling from a trusted adult, Ask a trusted adult. Okay. 5, diet and exercise. 6, ask for help. Ask for help. So we hope this therapy session was great for all of you. I could therapy every day. I love it. So, and I love the banter. It's fantastic. So even though you guys say you are joking about this topic, it's really like it's calling you all out. Let's review diet and exercise. Brand new information. Yes. I think I didn't even say that one.
Yeah,
Did
you
I?
did.
Oh,
Yes, we did.
okay.
Yeah, he made fun of you for it.
I like to suppress any and all emotions, ball them up, and push them down. It's gotten me this far.
I'm just gonna care on that, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm never getting this time back.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a news flash for you, Walter Cronkite. You never get any time back.
Oh, man. Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Tyler, good luck with that, bud.
Yeah, and everybody, thank you so much for chiming in today. I appreciate you. If this information impacted you in some way, we ask that you please share it, like it. It would also be uploaded to YouTube today. And again, we just appreciate you for chiming in, leaving comments. You said it 100 times. We just appreciate you guys. Once again, I am Kadimah. I'm one of your hosts here at Freestyle Friday.
And I'm Casey.
And we'll see you next week.
Have a great week.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Yep, read that one too. I felt it was a little overrated though.
I didn't like that book. I give a lot of
We talked about that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I give several.